Yes people, what is good? I am BA, back once again with another reaction in the True Detective series. We have reached episode 7 and it is called After You've Gone. Last episode, things really came to a head in multiple relationships, Cole and Hart's and Hart and his wife's relationships. Obviously, his wife found out that Hart had once again been cheating, she'd finally had enough of it and decided to fight fire with fire, something I don't think she should have done, but that is what she decided to do. She first went and tried to meet a guy at a bar, couldn't do it, and then decided to hit Hart where it really hurt the most and go round to Cole's house, and they ended up having sex. I can't believe Cole succumbed to her obvious strategy of just trying to get back at Hart in the worst way possible, but he did, and it worked, and then she went straight home, told Hart what had happened, essentially ending that relationship and Hart and Cole's relationship simultaneously. Cole went to the police station soon after to get his files. They had a full-on fist fight which ended up with Cole quitting the force, which I guess leaves all the pieces on the chessboard where they are in present day times, because the episode ended with Cole trying to flag Hart down and saying, "Do you want to follow me?" It was obviously after they'd just both left the police interview rooms, so I'm wondering what Cole has to say to Hart, whether he's got some information on the case or exactly what he wants to talk to him about. It was a really good cliffhanger because I've been wondering what the fuck he wants to speak to him about all week, and it's also the first time they've spoken since that interaction back in the day that ended in a fight, I'm guessing. So yeah, I really can't wait to get into this. This is episode 7 of True Detective After You've Gone. Let's check it out and see what it's saying to it. Who did this intro song? It is really growing on me. Oh shit, executively produced by Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey. See, I never even noticed that until now. Makes sense they both starred in it if they were both also executive producers on it. I really need to pay attention to the credits more and stuff. I'm just always looking at the visuals. Even that was a beautiful camera shot. The director of cinematography on this show is a legend.
You look like you're doing alright.
Gave him a scowl there, clearly still thinking about that shit back in the day.
We can't trust them, and I mean, they'll cover something like that up. Who knows what else they've covered up.
He seems to think this is all a big cover-up because it's not been spoken about in the papers too much. I do believe him.
And I come back here to Louisiana for the first time in 2010.
Why is that?
Man remembers his debts.
So he came back for the case.
We left something undone. We gotta fix it.
Ah, at least he knows that they didn't get their guy back in the day then. I'm assuming that's what he means by that.
You know, not for nothing, but if you wouldn't have clipped the dude back then, we might have got the whole fucking story out of him.
This is true. If he hadn't have just got instinct shot that dude in the head, he might have given them lots of information.
They got eyewitnesses placing you at the Lake Charles crime scene. You got some storage shed that you won't let them look at.
That's right.
Why not?
I do wonder what's in his storage shed, and why won't he let anybody look at it? I wonder if he's going to show him into his storage.
Why would I ever help you?
Because you have a debt.
See, I agree with him. They took this case together back in the day, and it's still unsolved. They should end it together.
What do you got to show me?
Hey, let's go. I can't wait. You know for a fact that he's going to show me storage and then they're going to roll together again. Or I hope anyway. And surely this is instilling a certain level of trust into Hart. Well, obviously Hart probably worries he might get killed just now, but after he sees what's in it, this will instill trust because Cole isn't even showing the police this storage. Yeah, he definitely still thinks he might be getting killed. He's wrong, but I appreciate his paranoia.
What you packing?
38.
This is like his little private crime lab. I thought it would be something like this.
Remember, there was no physical evidence connecting Dora Lang to Ledoux's place.
Damn, he has it all mapped out in here.
Women and children going missing. All taken from areas within a 10-mile radius of schools that were funded by Tuttle's Wellspring Initiative.
Yeah, I definitely think Tuttle, if not the people involved in his group, were the culprits of this.
That's why he came down there Jiminy Quick with the fucking task force, and that's why he tripped out when I talked to him in '02.
Completely agree. Definitely seemed like he was quick to cover his tracks and phone the department complaining that Cole was pressing him.
Accusations of child molestation at a preschool funded by Tuttle. The name of that school was Shepherd's Flock.
All these schools have got such creepy, religiously connotated names.
Goes by the name of Johnny Joni.
That's quite a unique look you've got there, Johnny. Got to appreciate someone that dolls himself up to look as feminine as possible, but then just still rocks a goatee.
Memory be fucked. I decided it all had to be a dream anyways, and I don't remember if it...
Sounds like he's severely repressing trauma if he's telling himself it was all a dream.
Who were they?
I don't know. They had animal faces. That's why I decided it had to be a dream.
Okay, that is fucking creepy.
3 younger men. I don't remember them. Just one. He had bad scars all around his mouth, like the bottom half got all burned up.
Shit, that sounds exactly like the man that the girl who's now in the facility was talking about last episode. The man with the scars was the worst, she said.
Was an old school teacher? Or it might involve state PD?
I think potentially both.
Girl comes forward and says she was chased through the woods by a spaghetti monster with green ears. Now I think that this is our man with the scars on his face.
That makes sense to me. I don't know why Hart isn't like more in on this. This all completely makes sense to me as someone who's followed as much of the case as both of these guys have.
And that's where the Tuttle family is from. Now, it used to be a pirate hideout. Then it turned into plantations and whatnot.
A pretty awesome place to set up a house though, not gonna lie. Former pirate hideout. Gangster. Like a little cove.
Have a look. On the winter festival. Blindfold. Antlers. Mask.
Does seem quite similar.
Says he kept running across these stick things, as he called them.
That'll be the devil catchers.
I need case files. I need missing persons. I need homicides. I need title transfers, auto, in-home. I've got a list of names. I need background checks, tax records.
I hope he helps him. He could quite as easily tell him to go fuck himself, but I really hope he buys what Cole is selling here, because I believe him.
This shit about the Tuttles, state PD, do you know how fucking crazy that sounds?
I completely disagree. Surely some of the worst crimes are committed by some of the most powerful people.
What happened to Billy Lee Tuttle?
Oh, please tell me you fucking killed him. It wouldn't surprise me if Cole killed him personally with an overdose.
So, Mace, is she back from Chicago yet?
3 months ago.
3 months.
Is this him and his ex-wife? No way. It's good to see them chilling again. I know they've had a torrid time of things, but it's good to see them being civil.
So the reason like I said on the phone, I want to ask you about those cops.
They've done a good job with the aging on the show. Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey genuinely look like 10, 15 years older in the present day sequences.
They think Russ did something.
I know. He didn't.
I didn't think he did.
It's nice they both believe him.
How is he?
Different. Same.
That's a perfect way to describe how Cole is now. Different, but very much the same. He looks like he's been living in the wild for 15 years, but aside from that, same dude.
Are you gonna help him?
Yes.
Hey, nice. That's what I like to hear. They might finally get to the bottom of this.
And just like that?
I took some convincing.
Like Cole said though, it would be like a shadow over both of them for the rest of their lives if they just walked away from something as significant as this without finally finding out what the fuck happened.
I told you about my stint in robbery. Make a pretty ace B&E man.
Nice, so he actually went into his house? No way.
What I'm saying is, I was aware that I might have lost my mind.
Ballsy, but at least he was doing whatever it took to get to the bottom of this. Oh, did he just take the safe out of the wall? No way.
Sounding bad if you don't know what you're looking at.
Oh shit. Fuck. So it definitely was this guy. 100%.
And videotape.
I mean, there would be no other reason he would keep stuff like that in a safe. It looks like a sacrifice or something. Oh, that's fucking horrific. This is fucked up.
No! God! Jesus!
Oh, that is fucking horrible. No wonder Cole's never let this shit rest.
Oh, fuck.
I won't avert my eyes. Not again.
They're still batting uphill so much, even with evidence like that. If there is members of the police department and the governor and shit's involved, it's going to be so hard for them to get a conviction.
He was thinking he was going to be blackmailed. I think some people took him out after they found out what was taken from the safe before he had a chance to.
Ah, right, so he didn't overdose him. He was maybe killed or overdosed himself because the safe had been breached.
You shouldn't have that.
Nobody should have this.
So fucked up, but it is a piece of evidence, so I guess he needs to keep it for evidence, but it's so fucked up.
Did you come here to say goodbye?
Thank you, Maggie. I mean that.
It would be cool if they got back together again. I don't know if that's going to happen, but she seemed like she was open to it there.
It's not going to be a bunch of people coming in and out of this place, is it?
Oh nice, he's got his own little investigative solutions place. So is he a private investigator now instead of a cop?
QI, National People Locator, Public Records, of course.
Alright, that sounds good.
Just like old times.
Quiet life. I don't stay out late. I go home.
Such a different life than the one he did have before he fucked up his marriage. TV, dinners and a beer. By himself.
I'm about the same. No girlfriend. Just go to work and go home.
Yeah, it seems like they've both got lives of solitude since their glory days 10 years ago.
But that girl you were seeing in 02, whatever happened there?
Yeah, that was never gonna last.
You always liked him crazy.
True. He couldn't help but go out with absolute firecrackers. His marriage was destined to fail with his taste in women on the side. And the fact he enjoyed women on the side in the first place.
I was gonna play baseball, ride bulls. You know, you end up becoming something you never intended.
Sure, it's the same for a lot of people in a long-term job. They had all these different ideas of what they wanted to do with their lives, and then one day they wake up and they've been at that job for like 30, 40 years. You only get one life, people. Follow your interests.
Life's barely long enough to get good at one thing.
If that long.
Yeah, so be careful what you get good at.
Good advice.
True crime. And that's the genre, not the title.
You serious?
Yeah.
Is this his bullshit excuse to get some files?
You still like your singing mall, don't you?
I guess I do.
Bottle for the malt whiskey. Everybody's got a price.
And regards to files, I'd like to avoid fucking suck the two dicks I spent last Saturday with.
Nice nicknames.
Anything before 05 that never became part of an official investigation, it isn't going to be in the computers. You're going to have to sort through the files.
That is going to be a long, drawn-out process. And it makes it a lot easier for the files he needs to disappear.
Thank you.
Wow. He's got some work to do. He's going to be cussing out Cole under his breath for this.
Jimmy Ledoux. Appears like that might be a cousin. Found him in White Castle. Owns an auto shop.
Who the fuck is that random guy in the background just soaking up all this information? They might want to have a bit more of a private convo.
Marty, this is Robert Dumaine. He owns a place.
Ah, okay. That makes sense.
Bob had a little boy. Been missing since 85.
Fuck.
My dad's second cousin or something. The pop didn't like him none. Said they weren't white enough to be white trash.
How white do you have to be white trash?
Reggie was always asking about the girls in my school, and a couple times I saw him on the wall just said kooky stuff.
What a fucking horrible cunt that guy was. As much as Hart, shot himself in the foot while shooting Ledoux in the head, I'm not mad at him for doing it.
They introduced us to the guy. His face, underneath his nose and cheeks, scarred. Gave me funny looks all night.
This is the same guy.
Any chance this man with the scars was another Ledoux?
No. I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, I hope they find out who this prick is.
You ever see him again? The guy with the scars?
Never again. I'd remember.
I mean, unless this guy with the scars has lived a life of solitude as well, surely there must be some record of a man with facial scars like that. Should they try hospital records, maybe?
Match social with credit check run in the late 90s for Section 8 housing in Alexandria.
Good job.
Must have taken him a long time to do that. You better appreciate his work ethic there, Cole.
We're private investigators hired to do ancestral research, mineral rights along the coast.
Did she buy that? I wonder if she bought that. It sounded quite convincing, to be honest.
I remember.
What about extended family? Cousins, that might have been close to the boys.
Those days, families were bigger.
Fuck. This guy with the scars might actually be a direct relation to Tuttle.
See, once she had it done to her, he didn't like him but that one time. Not after that.
That's fucking weird.
Do you remember one that maybe had scars all across the bottom of his face?
I think that was Mr. Sam's grandchild.
Oh shit. So he has a direct relation.
From Mr. Sam's other family?
I shouldn't be talking to you about this.
You 100% should, if you only knew how much help even that one sentence was.
You know Kakasa.
What is it?
So she knows what these devil catchers are.
It's nothing. You need to leave. You know Kakasa. You rejoiced. Kakasa.
That set this woman off. What the fuck? She's definitely seen the devil catchers before, that's for sure.
The rest of the family, they don't really talk to Auntie. She crazy?
She doesn't seem like she's crazy. She seems like she's talking the same sort of shit that Reggie Ledoux did.
Sure hope that old lady was wrong.
About what?
That death not being the end of it.
Some days I'm like that, other days I'm like, oh, it can't come quick enough. It all depends on your mood, I find, the fear of your own mortality. If you're ever fearing death, take my advice, get food poisoning. I had it last week and I was ready to go.
He's from Iberia originally. After CID, he went home. He's sheriff of Iberia.
Oh, fuck.
The only person can arrest a sheriff in this state is the governor.
Well, we ain't looking to arrest him, Marty. Just have a little chat.
How are they going to arrest these people if it goes as high as the governor? It seems like an absolute lost cause.
You two always liked each other.
Well, what can I say? I'm a people person.
Start with that then.
Yeah, if you're such a people person, go talk to this guy.
My recall, girl's mom was single, drug charges.
It seems like he's got a pretty good memory for a 20-year-old missing person.
And you talked to the family directly back then?
No, Ted Childress, sheriff, he knew him.
Have we just found one of the cops that might have been involved in this?
Ooh, you gotta love this country.
3-pronged fork on the front of the car. I wonder if that's given us any clues.
Well, they want to talk, you let them know.
Yeah, don't go too fast, Sheriff.
Not me.
Let's do it again sometime.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Do not trust that guy whatsoever.
Hey, better get those jumper cables ready. Motherfucker's lying.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. How are they going to get the truth out of him, though? Just kidnap him or something? They can't go through police means if he's the sheriff. Is that Marty's ex-wife? No way. What's she doing here?
How long you been back?
You got a big house. Marty says the girls are doing fine. That's good.
He seems like he still really resents her for that night back in the day.
Get on out of here. You're classing the place up.
It's a good complimentary way to tell someone to get to fuck.
I saw something tweaker. Tried to dry the kid in a microwave.
Oh my god, that is so fucked up. Absolutely horrific. I don't blame him for leaving after that.
Why'd you come back?
This?
Yeah, I thought he was being honest to begin with. He came back to solve this case.
My life's been a circle of violence and degradation. As long as I can remember. I'm ready to tie it off.
I can completely understand why it'd be like that. Like I said, it would be like a shadow over him for his entire life if he knew he didn't really get to the bottom of something as heinous as what they're investigating. And obviously, as the new cops have shown, it's still going on. So someone out there is still committing these crimes.
I do love a reason to drink beer first thing in the morning.
So I don't know if Hart's trying to befriend this guy or what his plan is here, but he clearly doesn't trust him, so he must have an ulterior motive to be hanging about with him again.
Starting to think this wasn't just a friendly invitation from an old pal.
No, it 100% was not.
Don't ask again.
I'm with you 150% on that.
All right.
Thing is, Steve?
Straight back to it.
He is.
Oh shit! Nice, they are taking it there. That's good to see.
You're out of your jurisdiction, Sheriff.
You realize who I am now, you assholes?
Yeah, I wouldn't be here if I didn't.
I'm pleased they're taking it to this level.
How that boss cracker splitting your ass in Angola?
Yeah, we'll talk about that. And some other things. Come on.
Desperate times call for desperate measures. That is the only way they would get any information out of people like this if they are punching upwards against, people in high positions in the police department or, politics.
Ain't seen nothing that even resemble no church.
All right, well,
even nobody out here to even ask where anything is.
Let me know when you see something.
There ain't nothing to see.
I wonder if these guys are in on it too, or if they're just two new cops who are completely in over their heads.
Know your way around, huh? Oh, yeah, boss. I know the whole coast. My family. Thanks.
Oh shit, it seems like he was one of the main perpetrators, the way he was talking there about knowing the whole coast. He seems like the person kidnapping the kids. Oh shit, he's the guy with the scars, no way.
My family's been here a long, long time.
You would have never have thought about that, just some random guy on the tractor. He doesn't seem like he'd be the one at the top of it all though. He's maybe just one of the main perpetrators or kidnappers, but he doesn't seem like he would be the one organising it. Is that the boat that they're on? If only they knew how close they were to that guy, if that's the same boat. Oh, I wish I could watch the last episode of this season today. That is a brutal cliffhanger. Okay, and that was episode 7 of True Detective, After You're Gone, and I will be back in just a minute with my thoughts on that. So, After You're Gone, what did I think of that? Fucking hell, we got some revelations this episode. First of all, it was so good to see Marty and Cole rekindle their partnership, maybe not friendship, but partnership, and get back on this case. I thought that Cole's secret lockup was going to be more evidence and stuff like that. So it started with Cole taking Marty there, getting him on his side, showing him the definitive evidence of the safe that he'd stolen from Reverend Tuttle, and then from there they were dead on the case. As soon as that sheriff started talking about the information of that missing kid, and he seemed to have all the information fresh in his memory, I knew he was full of shit as well. It's good that Hart noticed that. And it was so good to see them take it to the extreme measures of just holding him at gunpoint. I don't know if they're going to torture him, what other way they're going to get the information out of him, but they definitely know he knows more than he's letting on. And here's hoping next episode they just fuck him up until he tells them the truth. I don't know if it was a coincidence or not as well, but that boat passing by at the end of the episode right next to the man with the scars, was that them on the boat right next to him? It's crazy if it is how close they were to the actual guy they're looking for, and them not knowing it. And it also shows how off base those two detectives who were the interrogators in the present day time have been from the start. They were so close to the real person they're looking for, and instead they were looking for the fucking motorway home. They've been chasing the wrong person this entire series, and that was quite a fitting perhaps end to their arc, that they're just again passing by the main perpetrator and not even looking twice. I was wondering when the man with the scars was going to get introduced, but due to his seemingly low level of intelligence and just gardening job, it doesn't seem like he'd be the guy at the top of the food chain in whatever group is doing this, but it definitely seems like he may be the guy actually kidnapping the people. The fact he knows the entire coast along the bayous and has contracts for cemeteries and schools. That could potentially put him in places to kidnap a lot of people, and also, if he wanted to, bury and dispose of a lot of evidence. I knew it was a red herring when they were saying Cole might have had something to do with this. He is willing to take things to extreme measures, but he never struck me as a deceitful, evil person, and I'm pleased that the show has now confirmed it is definitely not Cole. Cole had nothing to do with this. And he may have not directly killed Reverend Tuttle, but he certainly was the cause of his death. Robbing his safe led him to believe that he was going to be blackmailed. He either took his own life or these people that he's involved with killed him. That is great to hear. The guy was obviously a piece of shit and very deeply involved in the group that they're trying to catch. With only one episode left, all of this has got to be resolved within the next 55 minutes of television. This last episode is going to be an absolute banger. I cannot wait to see it, and I cannot believe I have to wait a week to do so. Wow, being a reactor sometimes sucks. With shows that I don't choose to react to, I don't have to work to a schedule, and I can just binge it if I'm finding it interesting. This has been so interesting. I would have binged the last 4 episodes and got to its conclusion, but alas, I have to wait an entire 7 days. That is brutal, especially in the Netflix generation, when you're not used to doing so anymore. If you want more, boom, you instantly get more. This is at least teaching me how to be more of a patient man. And also, that scene with Cole and his wife was quite interesting because it showed that deep down she still cared about him. She said, I haven't seen you in 2 years, are you saying goodbye? I would have liked to have thought that was her way of inviting him to stay for longer, perhaps rekindle something. Maybe that's just wishful thinking, but she still clearly has very deep feelings for him, as all she asked Cole at the bar was please tell me this is not something that's going to get Marty hurt. So it shows that even after all this time, she still loves him dearly. It would be a great end to this show to see these two get back together, but I know it's a bit hokey. I would still love to see it. But aside from all that, I just cannot wait to see these guys put the screws to this sheriff and see what information they can get out of him. Surely they've got to actually kill him after they interrogate him as well, because if they do let him go, he's just going to raise up a shitstorm and get these two arrested instantly. It seems like they might actually have to take this dude's life after they get the information out of him if they want to be off scot-free in that regard. Would either of them do it? I think Cole would, I don't think Hart would, but who knows? They now know where the trail leads, and it is up to very powerful people. There is no way they're going to get this shit done by the book. They will get shut down. And just overall, what another amazing episode to an amazing show. I'm almost heartbroken that season 2 didn't follow Cole and Hart into something else, but like I said last episode, I can understand why. It would be really hard to capture lightning in a bottle twice, but wow, this season has just been great so far. And with only one episode left to go, which I guarantee is going to be fucking amazing, this will always stick in my mind as just a great 8 episodes of television. If you've liked this video, click like, subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this, ring the bell to be notified as to when they drop. If there's anything you want to talk about, comment down below and share this around to anybody you think might appreciate it or want to watch this series along with us. My Patreon link is down in the description. If you become a patron, you get access to my blog, you get access to these reactions I put on YouTube a month and a half in advance, and you also get access to full-length versions of everything I react to on YouTube. So consider becoming a patron, it helps me and my channel out so much, and until next time, I have been BA, peace.